Still to come, this will touch your heart, a mother's quest to honor her daughter and the other victims of 9/11. Her dream? To create a beautiful 1,300-mile trail connecting the sites of that terrible day, the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and the Flight 93 Memorial. Debby Borza has made that dream a reality, but there is one final step to take. She'll join us next, and we'll hear what that step is. September 11th, 2001. Debby Borza, single mother living in San Diego. Her daughter, Deora, was back east visiting a friend at college. So her 20-year-old daughter decided at the last minute, I'm going to catch an earlier flight to head back to school. That flight? United 93. Debby has just dropped her younger daughter off at school when she gets a call from Deora's friend crying hysterically, explaining that Deora had gotten on an earlier flight, United Flight 93, instead of the flight she was originally on, and that had crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Later, Debby got the call that no parent ever wants to receive, confirming her worst nightmare, that her daughter was indeed on board and that there were no survivors of Flight 93. Let's talk about Deora. She loved nature. She loved it, which is why Debby has been dedicated to creating the 9/11 National Memorial Trail. This 1,300-mile trail links the 3 9/11 sites and may, it is her hope, receive a national designation ahead of next week's 20th anniversary of the 2001 terrorist attack. Beautiful mom, Debby Borza, joins me now. Debby, my dear, first of all, let me check in on you. How are you as we approach the 20th anniversary? How are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing well. I've been noticing over the 20 years my emotions, my feelings in regards to my daughter, Deora. It's as if it were just yesterday that she was born, let alone feeling like yesterday she had just passed away. And then it's been 20 years, and I've been at work at the 9/11 National Memorial Trail, and it's been really a comfort and a help in getting, through these past 20 years.
Yeah, time's a tricky mistress, isn't she? She plays tricks on our minds, or on our hearts. Look, I've watched, because I know your story, and I've watched you and how you have leaned on your faith and on this purpose. That those two things have really been a factor in helping you, and it leads us to what you're doing here with the National Memorial Trail. It was important to her to be outdoors. She came alive hiking, didn't she, Deora?
Oh, she did. She really did. I wanted to have her get into cycling, but she had other plans for herself, and I followed along. So
talk about this trail. I mean, it must be really beautiful for you to see that after all that effort, it has come to fruition. It is being used. It is being recognized. I think people, when they're on it, either cycling or running it or walking it, they're feeling the significance of what that trail means.
It's a 1,300-mile trail. It covers the land between Flight 93 National Memorial, the New York Memorial and Museum, and the Pentagon. And it connects those sites. It has us remember that day, and it has us connect to nature or education around September the 11th, or maybe even a specific person that may have died that day, and the cyclist or the hiker or the walker, knows that person. It's a beautiful, powerful way, outdoor feeling kind of way to remember September the 11th.
To me, it's significant, too, that it reclaims that space, right? It takes it back.
Yes, and it's, and it's the kind of taking back where it's inside of this beauty of the trail, or in the urban feel of the city that the trails connect everyone to.
Now, I know you're seeking and really hoping that national designation could be given to the trail. What would that mean to you?
Oh my goodness, what a great recognition that would be for the trail. And really, it is just the recognition. The National Park Service, at least personally for me, has taken great care of the Flight 93 National Memorial and my daughter's legacy. And to have this trail be recognized by the Department of the Interior, by the National Park Service as a national memorial trail connecting these three sites would be very special to me, and what an honor to the trail.
It sits in committee in the Senate, and hopefully it'll move to a full vote. We'll keep you posted on that. I want to tell people how they can get involved. You're actually doing something called the Tour de Trail that you're taking part of. Tell us about this.
Yes, the Tour de Trail. For all of you cyclists out there, you bicyclists out there, it's the out and back. It starts in Berlin, Pennsylvania, and it heads up to Flight 93 National Memorial, and that's a one-way 24-mile. And you can do it, by showing up in Berlin on September the 18th and taking the ride. And, this virtual world we've all been living in this past time frame, there's an opportunity to even register and do it virtually.
So you could ride in your own. You can ride in your own community instead of having to travel out there, but be a part of it. Be connected via technology and your heart, but ride in your own area. I think that's wonderful, Debbie. Will you be doing that?
No, I will be at the memorial services in Pennsylvania, and then on September the 18th, I will be traveling down to see my family in Charlotte. There's a new grandson. My partner has his first grandson, his first grandbaby, so we'll be down there, and I'll be visiting my niece, who's 1 month away from giving birth to her little girl, Ava.
And there's the joy and the light, right? Both of these things can be true. The pain and loss, and the joy and the welcoming of a new life. And Debbie, I understand the mixture of both of those feelings. Let's end with you telling us something that so much that you want people to know about Deora, because we want her memory, as you do, to stay alive.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, Deora, amazing young woman. I had the love of children that was unbelievable. Her love for her sister Muriel, there's 10 years difference, but she just loved her so much and included her in on everything. And she was a gal who, at age 11, was all for world peace. There's a great quote of hers. People ask who, what, where, when, why, how. I ask peace. So that's my daughter, Deora, and I'd love to have people remember her for someone who wanted world peace.
Debbie, you are a terrific woman, and I'm so glad that I know you. And I thank you for telling us more about the Memorial Trail. We'll encourage people, please go visit. You can check it out on the 9/11 National Memorial Trail. Go to 911trail.org, and maybe you can do a virtual ride and keep all of those souls that were lost in your heart on 9/11. It is a day we must never forget. Debbie, my best to you and a big hug.
Oh, thank you. Same to you. Big hug. Thank you very much.
The pleasure was ours. Honor indeed.